politics, at the end of the day, is dirty money, whichever side you decide to look at it. Religion is doing what is right, not doing what is wrong. So my question is, was it right, or is it right to hide behind politics and religion to justify the acts of these insignificant human beings? For the community at large, to every individual, to every, what's left of the human being inside you, in support of the criminals behind the rape of this 8-year-old child, something is seriously wrong with you. You are sick in the head and you need help. Let me tell you what happens to a human being, the female. You see, once a female has been raped, what happens is those values which are intrinsic to the human being, those values that we are born with, human rights, once those rights have been defiled, we cease to be human. Especially the female, what comes to mind is nothing else but suicide. As she can't sleep and as she can't eat. So to do such a vile act of shame and disgrace to a woman is very wrong. And if you don't see it, you've ceased to be human. You've completely ceased to be human. You are not okay. Really, you are not okay. Once you take away this dignity from a woman, there's nothing left but suicidal thoughts. And if she doesn't end her life, then obviously once you rape a female, the end result is you have to take her life. So not only is rape wrong, but rape leads to murder. And to have such a mind to think of raping a woman, to defile a woman, to enter a woman without her permission, without her consent, it's shameful and it's just degrading. If you are understanding what I'm saying, then you need to understand this. Religion paves way for doing what is right and not what is wrong. Now you see the temple that has been defiled. If anyone returns to that temple for so-called prayers, then there is something not right with you. You are just as insane as the rapists. Okay, because that temple has been defiled. Just as the woman has been defiled, so has the temple been defiled. The temple needs to be demolished. According to the National Crime Records Bureau 2013, over 24,000 cases of rape were recorded all across India, and about 98% of these cases were committed, sadly, by known individuals to the victims. I hope you're seeing where I'm going with this. What I'm trying to say is, I'm not a politician, and I'm not a religious man, but I'm just concerned. And just as the people are crying out for justice for Asifa, I too am in that role. What happened to that poor baby, that poor child, was not humane at all. It was not humane. It was unjust, uncivilized, brutal, barbaric, and uncalled for. Justice needs to take place. Justice needs to be done.
As Jammu remains on the edge over the brutal rape of the 8-year-old Asifa, her lawyer has made a shocking allegation. Her lawyer, Deepika Tusu, who represents Asifa, says she is being threatened by the lawyers of the Jammu Bar Association for fighting the case. She alleges that the bar lawyers have told attendants in the court not to even give her a glass of water. Remember, 8-year-old Asifa Bano was abducted, raped and murdered in Rasana village in Hiranagar Tehsil of the Kathua district in January.
There's never been such a time as of today where we need a rise in really good lawyers to stand and fight the good battle, to stand and actually uphold the law as she was birthed in the first place. You see, right now we talk of child abuse, child trafficking, sex slaves, we talk of cannibalism and all these vile activities that are taking place right now. We really need a rise in good lawyers. So I'm speaking to junior lawyers, current lawyers, and future lawyers. We really need to stand firm in what is right, despite all the chaos and corruption that is taking place. We need to be that good fruit and not allow ourselves to become corrupted by the system, but we need to change the system for the better. We need to actually bring forth justice the way the law is and not what is happening. We need to provide the law the way it is and the way it ought to be and not what is happening, not the corruption, not the corrupted law, not the version of corrupt lawyers and judges. We need to take a stand against corruption, and at the same time, we need justice for Asifa.
The first accused in the rape and murder is a juvenile. The evidence against him is his confession to the police, and his DNA matches hair found on the victim's body. Accused number 2 is Sanji Ram. He has been arrested on the basis of the juvenile's confession, the interrogation of others and forensic tests. The third accused is Deepak Khajuria, a special police officer. The evidence against him is the confession of the juvenile, the interrogation of the other suspects, forensic tests and call data records. The fourth accused is Surinder Kumar. He is also a special police officer. Witnesses saw him at the crime scene where the 8-year-old was held captive. Call data records also place him at the scene of the crime. Accused number 5 is Parvesh Kumar. He is a friend of the juvenile and the juvenile has named him in his confession. The sixth accused is Vishal Jangotra, the son of Sanji Ram, who planned the whole crime. The evidence against him is the confession of the juvenile and data from forensic tests. Anand Datta, a sub-inspector, is the seventh accused. According to the charge sheet, he attempted to cover up the crime and didn't collect vital evidence. The last accused, accused number 8, is Tilak Raj, a head constable. He too tried to protect the accused by not collecting important evidence.
In the end, with all the law and evidence placed before you, the law needs to impose the rarest of rare sanctions, which is the death penalty. The law needs to set an example to these vile acts of rape because it's too much. And I call out to India to protect your women. India, protect your women. Protect your women. The death penalty and abolishing the temple is what's needed right now. The reason for this video is mainly because I have been seriously affected. I mean, I can't even look at a little child on the streets or on the road or in a vehicle without actually seeing Asifa. And it's affected me so much, and that is the main reason for this video. To all those who are fighting for justice for Asifa, keep on, and may the Spirit of the Lord be with you to fight for you for the right cause, for the right reason, and mainly justice for Asifa and her family.